Okay. Sorry for the lower audio quality on this video compared to the other ones I do on this channel. You know, I'm not using my usual mic to make this. This is just a quick, unscripted, unofficial, like, update thing, so that's why it's going to seem a little less professional compared to the other videos we do here. But, yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. So, hello there. I am Alcatabra. I run the Analytical Amateurs YouTube channel. And I just wanted to make this quick update on the state of the channel and the state of a particular video on this channel. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be doing more updates like this in the future, but for now I just wanted to quickly say thank you, because this channel has started to gain a lot more traction compared to what it was just like a month ago. Like, now I've gotten like 300 plus subscribers and counting on this channel, and like, yeah, I know that's basically just breadcrumbs compared to like other YouTubers and stuff. But regardless of the number, I just want to say thank you, because I'm happy that this many people are willing to listen to the points we make on these videos on this channel. I really wanted to get an audience going, and I think that this is a really good start. So, you know, thank you for those of you who are subscribed. Those of you who haven't subscribed, do consider doing so and sticking around and stuff. But aside from that, I wanted to talk about a specific video that started to blow up on the channel, or at least blow up compared to the other ones. That video being a video essay I made called Eren Yeager Has Not Changed. It has to do with the character Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, and discussing, well, his characterization in the story and how I find it very interesting and whatnot. And I've gotten a lot of comments on that video, and I know I don't really respond to comments, but I do read them, and I want to say thank you for those of you commenting, because I make these videos to start a discussion and hear other people's points, and I've definitely gotten a lot of opinions on this video, which have been very insightful. And if you haven't seen the video, I encourage you to go and do so, and go ahead and leave your comments, positive or negative. I will take any kind of feedback that I can get. And yeah, other than that, I'm kind of just here to address some common talking points I've seen in the comments, like in that video. So, like, spoiler alert, you know, if you are not caught up with, like, Attack on Titan, or if you don't want spoilers for, like, Attack on Titan Season 4, which is going on right now, then, you know, click away from this video, because this will be full of spoilers. So, you have been warned, and now we're just going to kind of get into the talking points that you guys brought up in that video, and just my, how I want to address them. So, the first big one I want to address is that despite what I initially said in that video, Eren actually does care about the other races of the world, like as we see through his internal dialogue and emotional outpour to like Ramsey in chapter 131. Like, he doesn't just see them as like heartless monsters to crush, like he does like with the Titans, for example, in season 1. However, I want to point out that chapter 131 wasn't out as of the making of that video. Like, a lot of people kept citing chapter 131, saying that Eren really does care about them, despite me saying otherwise. But that chapter was not out, so I did not have that to go off of. It has ultimately changed my mind. You know, it came out a few days after I posted the video, so, you know, now I acknowledge that. But as of that video, didn't really have that to go off of. Just wanted to clarify that. A lot of y'all have pointed out how Eren doesn't actually care about the Eldian race. Like I said, he actually cares about his friends who are Eldians. You know, John, Mikasa, Armin, Connie, and all of them. He wants them to live long, happy lives. And that's why he's doing what he's doing, like with the Rumbling, to preserve their lives, as opposed to preserving the whole, like, Eldian race for the sake of nationalism. You know, I misconstrued this idea of nationalism due to a Flock and the Jaegerists obsessing over restoring the Eldian Empire, and I kind of accidentally misconstrued that to go with Eren himself as well. But he doesn't actually care about that, he's just using them, so just wanted to acknowledge that too. I also forgot to mention, Eren did search out for alternatives before resorting to the Rumbling, like alternatives to preserve his friend's safety. Like, you know, he spent some time observing the people on Marley. He tried to grow closer to Mikasa. He even allowed himself to be imprisoned when he went back to Paradise, so that his friends could try to figure out a way to stop Marley, and he just waited for that. So he did actually take his time and try to figure out everything. But he couldn't ultimately find anything else. Like, Willie Tyber's speech, like declaring war on Paradise was the final straw. Like the world officially came together to accept Eldians, but only those on the mainland. Like Eren and his island friends were still seen as devils, so there was no other choice, like as he reiterates to Reiner, for example. And it's kind of sad, really, which I think is a really interesting topic for Attack on Titan to touch on, you know? Like, a lot of stories revolve around the idea of split forces uniting against a common enemy, but Attack on Titan actually explores, like, what's going on inside the enemy, like the common enemy. What's their thought process, and how do they feel? Because, you know, they just want to live, but they're still seen as a threat, and I might make a video on that in the future. But, yeah. For another thing, the idea that Eren is pulling a Lelouch has gained a lot more credence in the latest chapters. My initial thought was that humanity would never be able to forgive Eldians due to Eren's rumbling and their hand in allowing him to activate the Found power. However, in the last few chapters, the few people who have survived the rumbling have acknowledged that Eren is only attacking them in response to their years of like oppression and hatred and stuff. So they are willing to move on past that. And they've also seen that the scouts from Paradise are actively fighting against Eren, so they know that not all Eldians are on board with this whole mass genocide thing. So that means that there is a chance that the world could unite against him, including the people of Paradise. And looking back on Eren's past actions with this like idea of Lelouch in mind, it's actually possible that he made himself look antagonistic on purpose. Like saying that Mikasa is a slave due to her Ackerman powers, even though Zeke had already informed him that there was no genetic Ackerman bond rule, brutally wounding Armin, yelling at Hanji, and so on and so forth. Like, perhaps he wanted to distance himself from them as much as possible so that they wouldn't feel pressured when they had to eventually kill him. Even when they last spoke to each other, he tells his friends that they are free to try and kill him if they wish. He'll keep moving forward, but he isn't entirely against the idea of being stopped. And now that I think about it, like, I see this as kind of a win-win scenario. You know, either Eren kills all of the outsiders, like with the rumbling, and his friends get to live long, happy lives freely, or he's killed by his friends, and the island Eldians are seen as heroes, leading to the survivors of the world making peace with them. So either way, peace will come to the people on Paradise, either like regardless of whether or not Eren wins or not. So that way the story could go either way, and the Lelouch thing could be entirely possible. The idea that Eren is being manipulated has also risen back up in recent chapters with the presence of Ymir Fritz by his side. Some have suggested that Eren is no longer conscious, and he's trapped inside of his childish delusions of seeking freedom, like hence why we see him represented as a child, meaning that Ymir Fritz is the one commanding the Titans' advance and killing everyone. And while that's interesting, I think that it would kind of be anticlimactic and alleviate Eren's character of his like extremely vile actions. So I hope they don't really pull this whole, oh, Eren was actually the victim all along card or anything, but we'll have to wait and see as well. In addition, for a minor thing, a lot of you really didn't like the English dub of Attack on Titan. Like, I got a lot of comments talking about how y'all didn't like the English dub. So, you know, I've duly noted that. So, yeah, I'll try and use the Japanese audio for any future videos I make on the matter, definitely. So, yeah, I've taken that in mind. Just wanted to point that out. And another thing, I'd like to clarify that my intentions with the video were not to bash on Eren Yeager, because a lot of people have gotten confused, saying that, oh, you just hate Eren Yeager or anything. No. Instead, I wanted to address the unconventional nature of his character. Like, he's a darker take on the headstrong, chosen one, shonen character archetype, you know? Like, and while he may not necessarily be a good person, you can definitely understand where he's coming from and sympathize with him, and I definitely like protagonists like that. So yeah, I have nothing against Eren, just wanted to point that out. Long story short, I have a lot of plans to analyze like a lot of my favorite media in the future. You know, my New Year's resolution is to stop slacking off and actually make videos. And for Attack on Titan in particular, I want to do like a retrospective on the whole series. So, you know, we'll have to see how that goes in the year if I can actually stick to my resolution. But yeah, that's all for now. A new chapter of Attack on Titan should be coming out within the next few days. So I'll wait and see what that has to offer. Again, if you have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Check out my other video essays that I've made. I have a recent one on superheroes that I'm really proud of, and I think y'all should watch that. It's actually really good. Cough, shameless plug, cough. And also check out the podcast that I run with my friends. We casually talk about our favorite movies and shows for a solid hour or two, and we have a lot of fun there, so go ahead and check that out too. Long story short, that was just my update. If you like Attack on Titan, you're cool. Attack on Titan's awesome. And yeah, see you around.